guys, so for week 1, I have 2 options for you. And let me just start by saying, you guys, I have so many ideas and we can go so many different ways. But it's week 1, so we're gonna start small. And my 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, you all have the same 2 choices, and we'll work our way up to some bigger things. But so first choice is what I call isolation art, and this is daily life. We're going to relate our art to our daily life. So right now we're living in isolation, right? We need to try and stay home. Our daily lives have been disrupted for everybody, like businesses and schools and just our daily routine. It's all different. And you guys, this is history. You are living history right now. And so I want to connect this isolation art with the Holocaust. Okay, if you are an 8th grader, you've just recently, I believe, finished reading the diary of Anne Frank, where she talked about during World War II, their family went into hiding. Okay, they were a Jewish family and they were hiding from the Nazis, and so she in her diary she talks about daily life. Okay, they lived in this one hidden room in this building, and they had to be really quiet. They couldn't make noise. They couldn't let people know where they were at to hear them or see them or anything like that. They had to depend on other people to help take care of them, bring them food and things like that. And obviously we're not in hiding, okay? Like, we still have social media. You can still talk to your friends. We can go outside. We can do things. But we are living in isolation in the same fashion. And the Holocaust Museum in Washington, D.C. has art from this time period. And the art that I found really cool, because I didn't know it existed, was they have artwork from kids that the kids drew it when they were in hiding. So they're called hidden children. But so there's tons of these pictures of the art that kids created. And in just a second, I'm going to flip my screen and show you some examples. But it's not like they were doing their best. These kids are documenting their life. They're drawing the things that they saw and did, and it's history. It's a piece of history, and it's kept in a museum. So I'm offering you the same option. I'm offering you the chance to create a little piece of history. So let me flip my screen. Sorry, I took out the part where I was scrolling through the website, guys. I don't know if that violates any copyright to be videotaping me scrolling through these pictures. I just wanted to show you some examples because I don't want you to feel pressured that this has to be super perfect art. Okay, it's different kids at different ability levels, and you guys, they were not concerned with how perfect their art was. They were documenting everyday life. And so there were birthday cards, there were drawings of kids playing outside, there were pictures of trains and people getting off of trains, there's pictures of kids skiing, mountains, houses, just things that they saw and things that they missed and wished that they were doing. So it can be whatever you think signifies your daily life right now. What do you see out your window, or what do you miss doing? And you can use whatever media you want. Some of these pictures were pencil, colored pencil, watercolor, crayons. They were on paper. They were on cardboard. It's totally up to you and what you have available to you. Just document this time that you're living through, and then take a picture of it. And then you'll take a picture of it and upload it to me on Canvas, our first assignment, and answer the questions that I have. Okay, so that's thing one. You're drawn, everyday life. But also, you guys, if you choose this, here's the kicker. Don't take a picture of it and then throw it away. Keep this. Keep this art. This is like I said, this is history in the making. You need to put this somewhere safe. And then someday when you're an adult and your kids or your grandkids are asking you about what was it like to live through COVID, you have this artifact to pull out and show them and tell them about how you were feeling and what you were thinking and what life was like. That's the important part of this, you guys. Don't just draw it, take a picture of it, throw it away. Keep this art. It is history. Okay, option two on the screen. Option two. This is, I'm calling it inspiration art. It is also like our free choice option on the board at school. But what are you inspired by right now? What are you motivated to make right now? There's so many different things going on that I've seen posted on Facebook and stuff that's happening community-wide, worldwide. And if you are inspired to be a part of that, do that. If you have this art thing that you want to make and create, do that. Don't wait for me to be like, hey, you have to do this drawing of a 1-point perspective. Like, no, like, inspiration. Ha! So here's some examples of that. Like, one example that I've seen on Facebook is called A World of Hearts. And what they're doing is that they are creating pictures out of hearts. And so this kid is he's actually doing two, because there's also chalk arts, kind of like a thing going on right now too. So he's drawing hearts along his sidewalk. Okay, this kid found hearts. He's found hearts. She's making a heart. That's not what we're doing. But this one is also sidewalk chalk, right? They're drawing hearts and rainbows and clouds. Okay, here we go. Here's some good ones. So people are cutting out hearts and then putting them on their windows. And then some people are making pictures out of those. So she's made a little ballerina and a tutu out of all these little hearts. This one, they've just got lots of different hearts and they've put it up in their room. This one, they have different heart. Almost, this one makes me think of like when we cut out, like when we're younger and you cut out those like snowflakes and put them up in your window. It's like that, but they've made all these different hearts and they're putting them up on their window. That's one thing that's happening. So if that's something that you are like, yes, I want to do that. I want to cut out all these hearts, make a picture on my window. Do that. That's inspiration. You're being inspired by what other people are doing, and they're sharing their art with the world. They're creating inspiration and hope for people that pass by their windows. The other one that we kind of touched on is the chalk art. People are going out and they're drawing pictures on the sidewalk chalk, and then they're using that as inspiration and to make the people that walk by see it and smile, and that's how they're connecting with people that way. Mr. Nichols, in fact, did that the other day. He went out and he drew his Switch, and then Luigi and Mario and Link. So if you want to do sidewalk chalk and you are inspired to go out and create that, do that. Okay, take a picture of it. Okay, if you just choose to do one of those, take a picture of it. That'll be your project. The other example I have for you is what I've been doing recently. And as I show you this, you guys, I just want to hit on the importance of art for our mental health. And So I've been making a Tootsie Pop pup. It's a picture of my dog Hurley out of Tootsie Roll Pops, wrappers, candy wrappers. And my inspiration was that the day after conferences, I found out that my dog Hurley had cancer. And so I spent the next 3 weeks just spending as much time with him and my family as I could. And that's really all I thought about. And we had to put him down, and it was really hard. And you guys, I got so irritable and cranky and like all the time. I mean, like, ask my family. I was crazy. Because it was this whole situation is so stressful, right? Like, this is affecting everybody's daily life, right? And then having to lose my dog on top of that, and it was bad. I was not in a good place, and until I gave myself the time to create, it remained that way. Okay, I wasn't listening to music. I wasn't playing my piano. I wasn't creating any art. I was just focused on, well, I have to get this done, or I need to do this or that, and it was not a good situation at all. And so I think that it is valuable to tell you guys that your ability to create, even if it's not visual, right? Like, I listen and sing to music. You guys know I sing all the time in class. And playing piano, those are expressing art as well. And so if you're not in a good place, first of all, it's good to talk to someone about that. But you need to give yourself the space and the time to be able to express what you're feeling through art. So here's my picture, and let me flip and then I'll tell you about it. Okay, so like I said, these are Tootsie Pop. I call them Tootsie Pop pups, and it's actually something I started many years ago, and I made portraits out of Tootsie Pop wrappers. And this is one that I did of Hurley about 4 years ago, and it's like, looking at it now, I feel better about it than I did at the time. It's not even glued down. That's how I was like, yeah, I don't know. And so I wasn't happy with it. And I just wanted to commemorate my pup. And I wanted a picture that I felt more like him. And so I started over. I went back to the drawing board, and so this is where I'm at right now. And so I drew him out, and I'm using the Tootsie Pop wrappers to fill in his pieces. And so obviously I'll finish doing that, and he'll look similar to this one with the orange and the blue. I'm not going to do some of these like little fuzzy parts quite so much, and it's a little bit different angle. So I think I'm going to like it. I think I'm going to like it a lot better. But you guys, until I started doing this, like, I was just so irritable, and so I'm sure my family felt like they were walking on eggshells. So you have to give yourself the space to do that. And your art might not look like this, right? Your art could be anything. We could be you could be making pictures out of food. You could be making maybe it's beading, maybe it's with beads, maybe it's art with beads, maybe it's a watercolor, maybe it's paint. I don't know what supplies you have or things that you're motivated to work with, but that's the beauty of this, is that it can be anything. And it might not be something that you finish in half an hour, right? Like, Hurley clearly is not finished right now. And I bet I've put in at least an hour onto him. These actually typically take me about 5 hours to do. So your inspiration art might not be something that you're going to finish in 1 week's time. And that's okay. Take a picture where you're at and then send me that. So yeah, take a picture where you're at. You know, work for your half an hour, and if you're kind of at a point where you need to stop. Take a picture, upload that to me where you're at, and answer the questions. And you guys, like, if you're working on something and you're like all about it, nobody is going to tell you you have to stop after a half an hour. Like, that's not going to happen. No one's going to be like, hey, your half an hour of art's up, like, you need to stop. No one's going to do that. If you feel like creating longer, do it. It's so important to be able to express ourselves, and when you get in the groove, you get in the groove. You know, you're in it, and that's great. We experience that a lot in class, where we just get to the good part of working, and then it's time to clean up. You're not going to have that, so you might find that you spend more than the half an hour doing your art, and that's fine. That's great. So, option 1, isolation art, drawing a picture of everyday life. What do you do? What do you see? What is it that you're living on a regular basis? Using whatever media you want. You can draw it, you can color it. It's on cardboard, it's on paper, it's whatever. Keep it. But take a picture, upload it. Or option 2, inspiration art. Okay, what is it that you're motivated to do, that you're inspired to do? Create it. Again, your options for what you're creating it out of is endless. And then upload it to me on Canvas on our first assignment, and answer the questions. And then we'll see where week 2 takes us. Also, you can check on the homepage for my office hours if you want to video conference. That's the video conference with me. Or you guys are always welcome to email me. I'll regularly be checking that. I mean, I can't guarantee that I'm going to respond the second you send it to me, because I'm not literally sitting here in front of a computer all day. But I am regularly checking that. So if you get stuck, if you're not sure what to do next, take a picture of it, send it to me in your email, and I can answer questions or help you decide what to do next, or how to resolve what issue you might be having. And this is me, where I'm like, I think I'm done, but I'm making sure I covered everything. I think that's it, you guys. I think that's it. So, create, have some fun, and soothe your soul. Okay, a little stress relief. And I'll see you